If something feels off, but you can't explain it, then this is for you, especially if you are a coach or a mentor or a teacher, and especially when you are online and already very successful. Because something and can tell you, when you realize there is success, you can look back and you did the things and results came, and you suddenly have this moment where you realize, is something missing? Then human being usually tells itself that we should literally be just grateful, right? Or that we miss something or whatever it is. By the way, I decided to go live now. Every day I do a 90-day challenge with myself here on YouTube. So follow me and watch me, witness me if you want to find out not only if I do it and go through it, or if you also want to catch up my content for you. So in this video, I want to talk with you about this feeling of a hole. It's like a hole. It's like something is missing after big success. Something which you probably cannot explain. Or let's say you had ideas how you want to explain it, but then it didn't work. It did not disappear. And probably you also talked with some other people about that, but it felt like they would not understand you. And especially when you come from a phase in your life where you really can tell yourself, this was successful. I actually built something that works, that creates service and that can help people. Then you realize feeling this void or feeling this moments of emptiness, there is not a solution from outside. I'm very sure that you already found out that solutions from outside are not working. Because probably people are telling you from outside, hey, I don't know what you are going through. It's everything good. Everything looks fine. You should be thankful, right? Sometimes you don't even hear them speaking like that. You probably just feel them, perceive their thoughts that you should be thankful. And I mean, there can be several reasons why you feel like empty now. Probably, let's say you had an exit from your past business, or you just created a company who is working for you and not the other way around. But actually, it doesn't matter. Even if you look back to a time which was very intensive in your business and yourself would not call it as a success, right? Others would call it like a success, but yourself, you probably are very hard to yourself and you tell yourself there could be more or should have been more, or right? Do you know this? So this is quite a feeling. And I know it from my own journey and from the journey from some of my clients. Sometimes we cannot manage this feeling. Let's say we do something like ghosting with this feeling. We do not like realize how to deal with it. We probably try a lot. Like, I mean, in my experience, the first thing I just took my own tools and methods, and right, that's probably the first what you're doing too, or what you have been doing. And the second is asking for help. I remember I not only asked for help, I literally paid new coaches and mentors. And I really can sign the fact I did so much. Do you know this feeling? But you also know there is something like not aligned anymore. It's something like, I don't would say it's wrong, but it's not a good feeling. So the longer we are in this phase and cannot manage what is coming now or how we want to transform it, the harder it is to get rid of. The harder it is to transform it, the harder or the more, the bigger is the pain, the more it creates affections to parts of our life. Let's say in my case, it was less sleeping. It was like people told me suddenly that I look sad. And they, especially the close people, they were like, they could not understand it because they just thought from me, she's successful and she should not have any sadness or problems, right? So the longer we go with that and we not realize what it is really, what is going on, the harder it gets to deal with it. If you know that, just write it in the comment, please. I would like to get to know you. So when we try to fix that feeling, the biggest how do we call it? The biggest problem we create then actually, it's like a self-sabotage, is that we suddenly tell ourselves too that we are not grateful enough. And then suddenly we start to second guessing ourselves and questioning ourselves. And this is it literally breaks my heart when I watch this, when I can observe this. And it's not necessary, right? As soon as I can work with a client and tune in his real soul stream, I call it soul stream, soul's energy, and I realize it's a feeling off because they are not at home, not in their center, but at least with one foot on the side, and they create it accidentally. Actually, they create this not being at home and this second guessing, and this second guessing not only of themselves but also of their past business, because It didn't matter at that moment for the most of my clients if this business was successful or not on paper. But when we feel bad suddenly about this, because we just tell ourselves there went something wrong, or I wasn't on my path, or whatever we suddenly tell ourselves, it's really hard then. That's really, really hard because it destroys our identity. And it's not possible from this step build up and increase our next step identity. It's not possible because we cannot accept what was and what is. So in the end, suddenly we ruin something, what is actually working. And we start with ourselves, and that's a tragedy. But I want to tell you something. All these feelings, I mean, in the beginning, they are not this destroyable, right? They are just a perception. They are from inside, right? And if we would learn actually to trust that these perceptions or this, I really call it activations, that they are a sign from our soul, that our soul is literally knocking on our door so that we are open, that we open the door and the windows, we get more open, right? We are open. I mean, I cannot stop repeating because we say that also in the daily life. Then it's meant for us. And our soul is usually showing up when we changed. And this is one sign. But our consciousness is not aware about that because we did not go through. And after such a hard working time and having this success, our body and soul alignment literally gets the invitation to digest, but not to stick with that, not to go under with digestion, but to transform and to take energy and to lead the energy to our tomorrow. And it's so much easier to do that when we realize, oh, my soul means me, right? Is knocking. So it activates, it triggers. The most of us know the word trigger, right? And normally it's not connected with a good feeling. So the trigger is some sort of pain, and this is actually this void, this empty space suddenly, right? And the more we judge about that, the more we start to second guess about the feeling, the perception, or ourself, the more pain it creates. So that's why our human being in us has this hard time to look forward and to open the doors and the windows and to trust that this knocking, even if it's creating pain, is good for us. Other coaches would tell you it's the comfort zone. It's time to step again out of your comfort zone, right? We can see it from that part. I call it your soul is calling. Next step is ready. Sometimes, and actually our system in our human being, the system of development and change and increase, this system is normally on autopilot so that we come through such a phase of empowerment. But if the phase of increasing is after a big, hard, long, hard-working time, doesn't even matter with or without success, then we often cannot automatically process the change to the next chapter. We cannot, because we must consciously process and digest the feelings which were created from the hard, long time. I hope this makes sense. If you feel that it resonates with you, please write it in the comment. So that's why it's really important that we stop just living with this awareness, oh, there is something would be here, I don't know what it is, just inside of us. It's not good at that moment. And even if you use your own skills, which is actually brilliant, right? Those skills and tools you also use with your clients, that's brilliant when we are able to do it in our inner leadership for ourselves too. But even if you ask for help, or even if you paid a mentor or coach for help and it didn't work, it's especially then really, really important that you don't lose the faith in you, trust in you and your soul. Because it's time, oh my God, sorry. Because it's time for something new now. It's time that you release and accept this. And you don't have to know what is the new thing. Then, I mean, the brain is like that, right? It must have proof. It wants to see the way, the steps, and right. But it doesn't need more at the moment than to accept it and just to breathe. I actually have a small meditation in the caption under the video if you want. Sometimes it just helps to do a meditation from someone else. Even if you can tell from yourself that you do meditation regularly, contemplation and all the stuff, just breathe. Then to accept it's everything okay, even if your brain cannot catch it up and prove something and create this safety, right? It's actually not safety, but we are human beings and we are these animals in our, right? We are always seeking for safety. But if we cannot accept it, we create more tension. It's very strange. And then it creates a compound effect. And sometimes we even create illness or an accident, and it gets even worse. It's not necessary. But it's the most important part is that you realize there is nothing wrong with you. Even if you create these extra loops, it's nothing wrong with you. It's totally okay. Please trust. Just allow yourself to go with it. This is in this moment the only thing what matters. Try to delete the judgment about you, right? Try to observe and to feel the feelings. And try to be open that your soul wants to talk to you and waits. She cannot wait to show you what is waiting for you as a next step, as a next chapter. The soul is ready to move, right? And if you think, oh no, I'm not ready, I'm exhausted, I'm ill, I'm whatever you feel, then that's okay. You don't have to feel ready. You don't have to fix something. You don't have to second guess yourself. And if you catch yourself that you actually did it, just delete it. It doesn't matter. Breathe and look at who you've become. Look at this gem. You are such a beautiful human, leader, mentor, coach, entrepreneur. You don't have to be perfect to accept that. You don't have to present the perfect life behind you. Just look at who you've become. That's so beautiful. And you know what? If this hits, just comment next in the comments. And I would love to show you and invite you to a space, a free space in my energy, so that you get clarity about your next chapter. The word next in the comments, and I show up and we talk together. If you want to participate at my 90-day visibility and identity challenge, I started today, but actually my clients started next week, next Monday. You can participate too if you want. We go for 3 months, 90 days, live every day. The most of my clients do it on YouTube here, even if they have to create a new channel. But long story short, I changed something in the last month in my channel after about 10 years with over than 800 videos. I had a barely increase. I could not increase the channel. We had about 300 something follower. But with the change I did specifically in the last months, we suddenly increased to over than 1100 followers. You can imagine my feelings. I was through the roof. I'm still through the roof. This is so exciting. So I realized what I changed and where I got the teaching for it. And now I realized what could happen if I go live once a day, because the last weeks and months I went live once a week with a specific way. What would happen if I do it every day? And you can actually witness it. Please follow me and come back every day. I cannot tell you at which time. That's a hard thing for me, but I commit to come live, and even if it's in the last 5 minutes of a day, I come live. I commit for that. I create a specific playlist for my personal 90-day live stream challenge. But if you want to participate with me and my clients, please don't hesitate. Just comment the word wish, which means visibility and identity challenge, wish, and I will be happy to give you the link with all the information. We start next week on April 20th, and I would love to have you on my personal challenge here. If you like my topics, if you like my energy, and if you realize I can profit from that, I can use what she's telling, I'm more than happy that you are here. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.